Folks, my first guest tonight is an Academy Award winner you know from Boyhood, Medium, and Escape at Dannemora. She now stars in the Hulu series, The Act.
Here, wash all that stuff off of your face.
She just did my...
Hey, you are far too young for all of that paint, pretty girl. It's too grown up for you. Now scrub. Scrub.
Girls wear makeup, Mom.
You're not like other girls. Oh, sweet pea, I know sometimes you want to be like everybody else. But you know what? I like you special.
Please welcome Patricia Arquette.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I've never had a chance to interview you before, and I don't believe we've even met before.
Well, I did give you the stink eye once. I have to say, it was years ago when you had the Colbert Report.
I remember that. Yeah.
And I'd only seen a little bit of it, but I believed your character.
I'm flattered. You thought my character. You thought I was that guy?
Yeah, I am a little gullible, but I did think you were that guy. And I happened to be at this place, and Jon Stewart was in front of me. It was some awards thing. And he was like, oh, Stephen. Yeah, and I was like, oh, no. He was like, no, he's great. I was like, oh, no. I thought, yeah. Oh, you don't think you know who you're talking about.
Did he correct you?
He just looked at me like,
yeah,
he's kidding, or, you know.
Show business.
Yeah,
show
joking.
Business.
Comedy, like your grandfather.
Yes. You're from a family of performers, surely.
I know.
By the way, how old were you when you first started performing? Where do you fall in the family? Like, where do you?
I'm in the middle.
Okay.
When we were little kids, we grew up in this hippie commune, and we did little plays and little stuff
commune?
like that.
A hippie
yeah,
commune?
we did.
Like an honest-to-God hippie commune?
Yeah,
like, you know, long hair and tie-dye and, you know, free love and all that kind of stuff?
There wasn't really a lot of free love. There was a lot of married couples and kids, but it was still very hippie. And when we were there, my brother started working with my grandfather's 16mm camera. And so my first film was James West, and I was like 5 or 6. And it was a jewelry theft kind of movie.
So who were you?
I was the lady, the wealthy woman, the 5-year-old wealthy woman.
Who has her
at
jewelry
the restaurant?
stolen?
Yeah, I had my necklace snatched off of me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Does this footage still exist? Can this be?
No, we can't find it. I mean, somewhere it exists.
Have you
but
looked
I
on
don't know
YouTube? Because almost everything's on there at this point. Well, the new limited series on Hulu is called The Act, as I was saying before. You've said that this is your year of playing complicated monster women. Escape at Dannemora, of course, is a complicated monster woman. But who is this one?
Well, this woman, it's based on this real story of Gypsy and Dee Dee Blanchard. And Dee Dee had Munchausen by proxy, which is this very strange syndrome where you fake illness in your child and get procedures done on them for attention and to raise money. And
for yourself, like the parent will do it to get the attention for themselves.
Yeah.
And that's so this child that we're seeing, and this is not actually ill that we saw in the clip just now.
Right, and it's really a fascinating story, this whole story, because not only is it Munchausen by proxy, which I always thought was a really interesting, strange phenomena, but also it takes all these twists and turns as real story. So it's constantly evolving in the strangest ways.
Well, while she manipulated her own daughter, Dee Dee is your character. Do you see any of Dee Dee in yourself, like as an actress? Do you have to find some aspect of this mother's behavior in your own behavior towards your own children?
Well, yeah, I mean, as a moral-ish person, I mean, I think...
I like the ish. I like the ish.
Just in case.
I am aware that there are morals, is what you're saying. Ish.
I understand, like, that's very shocking to me. It's against my morals. But I happened to get this part right when my daughter was going away to school. And I was like, oh my God, this lady flips out if her daughter leaves the room, is out of her eyesight. So I'm gonna just take all my missing my daughter and wishing she was here and put it on to this part times 100,000.
Do you find as a parent, to even be a good parent, you have to manipulate your child a little bit? Because as a parent, I've thought, because sometimes to get them to do the right thing, I mean for good reasons, not for bad reasons.
Yeah.
To get them to do the right thing, you have to make it think it's their idea.
Well, to get to eat vegetables, I had to pretend that they were rabbits.
That your children were rabbits?
Yeah, and that I was falling asleep. Like, if you see a little rabbit around here, don't let them eat my carrot. I'm just gonna take a quick nap, but if you see Mopsy around here, wake me up. And then they'd climb under the table and eat the carrot. And then I'd wake up like, that little rabbit was here.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how old are the children in this scenario?
I mean, it stopped working, I guess, around 4. Like, enough, Mom. I'm not eating the carrot, no matter what you say.
That's great. That's excellent manipulation.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It worked.
Now, you've gotten some renown for you've been honored with a lot of gold statues. You've got some good hardware.
It's crazy.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Especially just recently for Escape at Dannemora. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
But you also have gotten some renown for the speeches that you give. People have remembered several of them distinctly. And the most recent one for Escape at Dannemora, you thanked Robert Mueller.
As we all should. I think.
Not good. Please, let's just. In fact, you actually have a Robert Mueller devotional candle.
Yes, I do. As we all should.
Yes. Yeah.
Apparently
I'm not
a
sure
single
if
mom
the image
created
of this
that.
candle, whether he's a saint or whether he's an extraterrestrial. Come down. Yeah.
It might take that to save us.
Yeah. You advocated famously in 2015 when you won the Oscar for a pay equity.
Yeah.
In
And the
filmmaking.
ERA. Let's not forget that, people. Yes.
That went over big in the room. That actually became a meme. Meryl Streep's reaction to that became a meme. Her going like that. What has been the general response been? Did people talk to you about that? About you standing up and taking that moment?
It's been great. This California Senator, Hannah Beth Jackson, said, you know, I call that my overnight success. I'd been working on that legislation and presenting it for 35 years. But you gave that speech and I passed it unanimously the next week because you got the conversation going. And then she said there's been 41 other laws, sister laws like that have passed across the country. So we still have a long way to go, but I've had women come up to me like, I love you. And it's very effusive. I'm like, thank you. They're like, no, my boss gave me thousands of dollars. I've been missing tens of thousands of dollars in my life. Thank you. I love you.
Well, so lovely to meet you. Let's do this more often.
Yes, thank you.
The act premieres next Wednesday on Hulu. Patricia Arquette, everybody. We'll be right back with Ian McShane.